How much does your new $2,000 sofa really cost? For the average American taking home $5,472 a month, the answer isn't $2,000. It's a calculated trap designed to put you underwater. Meet the excited upgrader. They see a simple living room refresh. Now meet the domino victim. Same person, 30 days later, facing a 37% salary hit and a spiral of uncalculated debt. This isn't a lack of discipline. You have been targeted by the domino extraction, a neurological glitch the retail cartel exploits to turn one purchase into 5. I'll expose the exact mechanism extracting your wealth, backed by 2025 BLS data proving the game is rigged against your paycheck, and give you the silo strategy to hack the system and stop the bleeding. Here is what the retail algorithms don't want you to know. They aren't selling you a product. They are selling you a chain reaction. The moment you introduce a new shiny object into your life, your existing possessions suddenly look old, worn, and inadequate. This isn't an accident. It is a psychological trigger known academically as the Diderot Effect. But in the war for your wallet, it functions as a wealth extraction machine. The system relies on the fact that your brain seeks consistency. A new $2,000 sofa makes the old rug look like trash. The new rug makes the lamps look dim. The new lamps make the paint look stale. The algorithm knows this. It banks on it. Deloitte's Consumer Signals November 2025 data proves this is a mass behavior, not an individual failure. 71% of U.S. respondents admit to spiraling into a splurge immediately following a major purchase. This is not you being bad with money. This is a system engineered to override your logic. The retail cartel captures the initial purchase, then waits for your own neurology to do the rest of the work, extracting a median of $55 per follow-up purchase until your surplus is drained. They are betting you won't notice the leak until the water is over your head. Let's look at how this weaponized psychology destroys a standard budget. Meet Ashley and Ashley B. Both are 29, living in New York City, earning a respectable $6,000 a month. To the naked eye, they are economic equals, but there is a lethal discrepancy in how they interact with the system. Ashley falls for the upgrade trap. She buys the $2,000 sofa. Suddenly, her $300 rug looks like a thrift store reject. Her lighting feels oppressive. Driven by the domino extraction, she unconsciously spends another $1,000 on decor to match the sofa's aesthetic. Her intended $2,000 purchase has quietly metastasized into a $3,000 extraction. She didn't choose to spend that extra grand. The contrast engineered by the first purchase demanded it. Now look at Ashley B. She faces the exact same neurological trigger. The sofa arrives, and the rug looks terrible. But instead of swiping her card, she deploys a counter tactic. She removes the old items before buying new ones, breaking the visual chain. By applying a one-in, one-out friction rule, she forces her brain to decouple the new item from the old environment. Ashley B keeps her $1,000. Ashley A hands it over to the system. Over a year of these micro extractions, Ashley A will pay thousands more for the exact same quality of life. The system is designed to harvest Ashley A. It is terrified of Ashley B. This spiral wouldn't be so dangerous if the economic backdrop wasn't already rigged against us. But the math shows we're walking a tightrope without a net. The system has a dirty secret. For the average person, there is literally zero room for error. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, November 2025 data confirms the average American takes home $5,472 a month. That is the ceiling. Now, look at the floor. The BLS Consumer Expenditure Survey from December 2025 reveals that the average single professional's essential spending, housing, food, transport, insurance, clock in at $5,575 a month. Do the math. The average person is already operating at a $103 monthly deficit before they even think about buying a sofa. The system has normalized a life where you are technically underwater just by existing. This is the wage cost gap. It is the invisible deficit that makes the domino extraction lethal. When the banks offer you credit, they aren't helping you bridge the gap. They are selling you a shovel to dig the hole deeper. They know that a $2,000 upgrade is mathematically impossible for the average single professional without utilizing debt. Yet the marketing machine relentlessly pushes the narrative that you deserve the upgrade. They are manufacturing consent for your own poverty. Let's calculate the damage on a high earner to show you how deep the trap goes. Take Carlos, a software engineer in Austin making $7,000 a month. On paper, he is winning. He has a $1,000 surplus after essentials. He feels rich. He decides to upgrade his apartment. He triggers the Domino Extraction, a new entertainment system, which requires a new console, which requires a new subscription, which leads to better seating. He drops $2,500 in 1 month. In his mind, he just spent 2.5 months of surplus. But the math is crueler. That $2,500 didn't just wipe out his savings, it pushed his annual cash flow into the red. Because of 1 month of domino spending, Carlos is now financing his lifestyle for the next 3 months. He has gone from an accumulator of wealth to a servant of debt, all because he misunderstood the leverage the system has over his psychology. Comment below. Look at your last month's expenses. Does that $5,575 essential spending number from the BLS match your reality? Yes or no? If the system is engineered to extract wealth through psychological triggers and mathematical traps, how do we fight back? We don't use willpower. Willpower is a muscle that gets tired. We use structural defenses. We need to build silos that the algorithm cannot penetrate. The banking cartel profits from your inertia. They want you to keep all your money in one pile, where it's easy to spend and earns nothing. Park your upgrade cash in a standard account, earning the national average of 0.40% APY per FDIC December 2025 data, and you are essentially donating value to the bank. They lend your money out at 7% and pay you crumbs. But if you move that capital to a high-yield account earning 5%, like those offered by Vero or similar fintechs, you flip the script. You aren't just earning interest, you are creating a friction layer. This is the silo strategy. Here is how you execute it. Before you make the first purchase, the sofa, the car, the computer, you perform a domino audit. You predict the next 3 purchases that the first one will trigger. If you buy the desk, you will want the chair. If you buy the chair, you will want the lamp. You calculate the total cost of the chain, not just the first link. Then you isolate that total amount in a dedicated high-yield savings account. You do not buy the first item until the silo contains enough cash to cover the entire chain reaction. Let's look at Jordan, a teacher earning $4,400 a month. He wants a home office. The desk is $400. The cartel wants him to buy it now, on credit. Instead, Jordan runs the audit. He knows the desk $400 will make his chair look bad $200 and his lighting look dim $100. The real cost is $700. Jordan opens a separate high-yield savings silo. He transfers money into it until it hits $700. While he waits, that money earns 5% APY. He is earning money from the system rather than paying interest to it. When the account hits $700, he buys everything at once. No debt, no surprise. No domino effect because he pre-funded the entire chain. Jordan turned a vulnerability into a fortified position. This is how we win. We stop reacting to their triggers and start anticipating their moves. The Diderot Effect is a trap, only if you walk into it blind. The wage-cost gap is a prison only if you refuse to do the math. And the banking system is a predator only if you leave your resources exposed. We have exposed the mechanics of the domino extraction. We have done the terrifying math on the wage-cost gap. And we have decoded the silo strategy to ring-fence your wealth. The economy, with inflation grinding at 2.7%, does not forgive mistakes. It punishes them. The banks are betting on your silence and your compliance. They are betting you will watch this, nod your head, and go back to swiping. Let's make them lose that bet. Tonight, do the audit. Look at the last thing you bought and list the 3 things it made you want. Recognize the pattern. Within 30 days, open a high-yield silo. Get your upgrade cash away from your spending cash. Make the system pay you to wait. Stop being a hostage to your own neurology and start being the architect of your own financial defense. If you are done being a revenue stream for a rigged system, subscribe. Next week, I'm breaking down the subscription leech that is draining your account $12 at a time. This video is for educational purposes only, not personal financial advice. All data is from the BLS, Deloitte, and FDIC as of late 2025. Products mentioned are examples, not recommendations. Consult a licensed financial advisor for your specific situation.